Good afternoon, brothers and sisters, divisions worldwide. Good morning, good evening, from whatever part of the world they're watching from. My name is Solo.amahaotu. Doing live broadcast number 105 for TBC, one of the voices of TBC. I welcome you to this broadcast today. We have just finished celebrating our 10th birthday in TBC. TBC has just clocked 3 years, and we have just finished the celebration. It has been a wonderful time. The celebration has been worldwide, in all parts of the world. This is the only organization that I know that can boast of celebrating such a unifying platform in the world called TBC, the Billion Coin. It's wonderful. What does this tell us exactly, this 3 years of celebration? It tells us that we have come of age. We have come of age does not mean that we have reached our destination, no. It means that we have withered all the turbulences, all the distractions, all the name callings, all the victimizations, all the intimidations of the powers that be. And we're still kicking, and we're still kicking hard. We're progressing and progressing faster. We are at the momentum stage now in our life, and very soon we shall be getting to our destination. And that is 1 billion members, 1 billion verified members, 1 billion active members worldwide. This is the only organization, this is the only economy that transcends boundaries, that transcends colors, skin colors, that transcends religion, that transcends politics. Is only TBC. And TBC is the only hope the world has now to survive. For survival, TBC is the only platform on which you can stand and have the hope of surviving. Because the platform on which we have been standing, that is the fiat currency economic platform, created by a few dangerous human beings whose aim was not for the humanity, but purely for themselves, is a very shaky platform. It's depreciating, it's floundering, it's going down the drains. Some countries have their paper money now as toilet, even it's not worth to be used as toilet paper. They throw them on the street because a lorry load of them cannot buy you a biscuit, cannot buy you a loaf of bread. So they're just throwing it away on the street because it's of no use. That is the direction all the fiat currencies are going. No matter all the manipulations they are doing to prop it up, it's bound to collapse. It's on its way to collapsing. It's a question of time, and the time is fast approaching. Hence, we advise every Tom, Dick, and Harry that is listening to us now and everywhere we are. We have broadcasters everywhere in the world, in all languages. Listen to them, make haste and join the TBC TBC brings you into his fold by giving you gifts. They give you gifts. They give you 25,000 cookies, which if you redeem it, is worth more than $2,000 of gold, US dollar, more than 2,000 US dollar. Because the TBC's mission is to eradicate poverty worldwide. Eradicate poverty worldwide. Create abundance. So if you have to eradicate poverty, you can't go to a poor man and begin to demand the money. You give him money. That is what TBC has done. TBC gives you money because it is our mission to eradicate poverty worldwide. So we give you money and encourage you to join us so that we show you how to earn money, how to earn. We're not selling any coin to you. We're bringing you in to teach you how to earn money, how to become a millionaire or a billionaire, how to cash flow so that you earn daily. More than the miserable earnings or incomes you get by working for people day in, day out in the sun and the rain, in winter and in spring and autumn. You're outside laboring. At the end, you don't even have enough to feed your family. So in TBC, we teach you how to earn money and become self-reliant. Because when you are self-reliant, nobody can intimidate you anymore. The powers that be cannot harass you and make you believe that you are their subject, that you are their footmat. They can trample on you. You won't be that. You won't be that. And the worst of it is that they have so brainwashed all of us, most of us, almost everybody, to believing that this is the way God wants it. This is the way it should be. That we should be the poor ones and 1% of the world population enjoys 99% of our money, while we, the 99%, the downtrodden ones, run after 1% of our money. It is unjust, it's criminal, it's unacceptable. So by the time we teach you in TBC how to cash flow, you become independent and you'll be earning daily. It's $100 every day, and you'll be able to become independent. And of course, when you're independent, your brain begins to function properly. You begin to see what you have not been able to see before. You begin to see who your enemies are, and you begin to see who your friends are. And TBC is there to open your eyes. TBC is here to open the blind eyes that have been cast upon us against our will, nilly-willy. They've cast us, they've made us blind. So your eyes will be opened if you join TBC. You begin to follow the laid down rules, laid down principles, very simple systems, already laid down. You don't need to do anything, you just duplicate what is already there. Fast duplication. Fast duplication. You'll be taught by professionals in TBC, leaders in TBC, broadcasters in TBC, who are already making their money daily in TBC through cash flow. They will take you by the hand and tell you and teach you how to do it, and you will be able to do it, not minding your educational background. As long as you can operate a handset, a smartphone, you'll be able to do it very easy. You'll be able to join and begin to cash flow and begin to make a daily living. So it's advisable you join the TBC. As is our upbringing in TBC, as we are taught, as we are groomed to do, anytime you come on board, every day you go to the blog, and see what our wonderful admin, the man who conceived this idea, who saw the way the world is going to an end, drowning, as with God's blessing, as the vision to set up TBC platform. You go to the blog, on that blog you see daily what is happening, what information admin gives, and what others are doing from all parts of the world. That's the very important ones. So let me share my screen now. Let me share my screen. Excuse me. What is my internet doing now? Seem to be having problem with the internet. I want us to go to the blog. I want to share my screen so that you can see what we're doing. What's happening? What's happening here? What's happening with my screen? What's happening with the screen? Having problem with the screen sharing. Okay. Okay, let me reduce the screen now and go to the blog. So, this is one of the things admin published today. Yeah, it says, I think Therefore, I am. Let's see what admin is showing there. You say, it says, politicians don't want an intelligent population because people who can think critically can't be ruled. Is that not exactly what is happening? No politician wants an intelligent population, because anybody who can think critically, who is intelligent, cannot be ruled by these animals who call themselves politicians, who do all the wrong things in this world and expect you to clap for them. They want a public just smart enough to pay taxes and dumb enough to keep voting. Yes. Like it just happened in Nigeria. They are all paying taxes, and we just had the election, and we just went out there. You were never allowed to vote according to your conscience. They force you, they carry the ballot boxes, they attack you, and then they declare themselves winner. This is what happened right through the whole country. It's a farce, it's a complete rubbish. And this is what politicians are doing, and then we tolerate them, we allow them to manipulate us, we even clap for them because they succeed in messing us up. Another one is your voice is the power of TBC. Yes. Your voice, our voice is the power of TBC. TBC depends on our voices. The whole world must hear us. Your voice is the power of TBC. Yes. Ahmed Fasiat is the one who posted this in Facebook. Yes, look at the fist that carries the TBC. Our voice is the power of TBC. Every one of us must become a broadcaster. We must broadcast 24/7 in all languages of this world, so that the downtrodden people will hear our voice, because we're honest, because we're men and women of integrity. They will hear our voice and they will understand what we're telling them, that they should quickly get away from all these charlatans, so-called themselves politicians and the elites, and join TBC, so that in a very short time we shall have our own economy, that has been started from the roots. We are building our own economy. We're over 3.3 million people now, and as things are going, before the end of this year, we've got to 1 billion people. Yes, 3 years TBC anniversary. What was the meaning? If you go and watch this video, you will really marvel. It's from our big friend and big leader, Randy Wilson. It's necessary that you should listen to it. He was just lamenting what is happening in his home in the US now. Lamenting bitterly how they are being used, and their weather and everything is messed up because of the activities of the elites. It's necessary for you to watch that video. It all starts with fast duplication. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you know that when you join TBC, you don't need to bring your own system. Tools have been set down. Everything has been properly organized. You just need to copy and paste. You just need to duplicate. You just duplicate it, and then you'll be doing your cash flow, and you'll be making your money. If you are new, you are advised to join the big leaders like Randy Wilson, Stephen Covey, Mbe Derrick, Pritam Kumar, many of them. In their community, there are leaders, and they will take you by the hand and teach you how to cash flow. You just need to duplicate, and the duplication is fast duplication. So this other one says, TBC is the solution. Wake up. Yeah, this is Stephen Covey talking. He says, wake up, because if you're still slumbering now, if you're in a slumber, you sleep through the end of the world, you know, because before you wake up, everything has happened. So wake up now. Wake up now. The time is very short, and there is no time to waste. This one says, it's through the power of belief that TBC will fulfill its mission. Yes, and this in Cambodian language. It's obvious that if you don't believe in what TBC is saying, you cannot join us to get to the fulfillment of our mission. You have to believe. And there is no reason why you should not believe, because nobody is taking from you. You are being given. You are being taught how to become a millionaire and a billionaire. You are being given the tools, the skills. You are being taught how to fish. Nobody is giving you fish. You are called here to learn how to fish, to learn how to be a billionaire, how to make your billions and your millions, and know how to use it for the benefit of the world, because that is the ultimate aim and vision of the admin of TBC. Eradicate poverty worldwide. We have to use the 1 billion people we have to create job opportunities. Each one creating at least 5 jobs. And if you have 4 or 3.5 billion people who are jobless, by the time 1 billion people create 5 jobs, you have created 5 billion jobs. And these 5 billion jobs will wipe out poverty, wipe out unemployment for the face of the earth. And when there is demand for workers, and the workers are less, naturally the remuneration will rise. And when it rises, there will be no more anguish, and there will be no more pains. There will be no more hunger. You'll be well paid, and you'll be enjoying the fruit of your labor. You'll be enjoying what God has made for you. God has made it that we should enjoy this life and not come here, suffer, and die. This other one says, TBC is the solution to end all of the bullshit. This is Randy Wilson talking. The bullshit these elites have been made us to believe. Rubbish. There's nothing we cannot do. The 1 billion people that is crossing the whole world, in all languages, in all skills, in all merchant spaces, everything. If we create our own economy, we bullshit these people, these elites who have dominated us so far. We get them off our shoulders, and we teach them that life is supposed to be nice and happy, and not hunger and suffering. Here again, it says, exciting things are happening for TBC in Philippines. Yeah, in Philippines, they're doing a lot of things, helping the poor. They are going places in Philippines, just like they're going places everywhere in the world with TBC. TBC is where you need to go. TBC is what you need to do. I want to go to briefly to instruction admin gave for the last sympathy meeting on the 25th. That is this year. As a part of it, I want us to touch briefly before my time is over. And that is the recent competition that is going on now. We are doing the highest recruiter per week gets 500, 200 grams of gold in Bitcoin right now. The first person has been congratulated and given the list. Let me read it here. Congratulations to Adiche Chukuma Victor for being the first winner of the weekly Bitcoin contest with 20 paid signups last week. You will receive a 200 gram of Bitcoin right now during the live broadcast of the English Send Button meeting. We will show the whole TBC community the live transfer of Bitcoin to the Bitcoin wallet you will provide us using the BitBrief website before and after. Please carefully provide us a fully functional Bitcoin wallet address that is in your possession. There is zero room for a mistake in this size of a Bitcoin transfer. So be 100% sure that you are giving us a correct Bitcoin address. We will use the grain of gold calculator to determine how much 200 grams of grain of gold is right now in USD and send the equivalent amount to you in Bitcoin. So it's very important that if you are taking part in this contest, that you have a proper Bitcoin wallet. You see, the cryptocurrency thing is not a thing you make a mistake and transfer into a wallet that is not yours. It's irreversible. You can't reverse it. It's gone and gone forever. So you have to be extremely careful. So admin continues here. We have analyzed the results of this Bitcoin contest and have found that the TBC members in Nigeria continue to lead the whole TBC community in growth with 16 contestants and 60 paid signups last week. 20 countries had contestants last week out of the full-timer database, which has 1,077 members in it. India, Ivory Coast, Italy, and the Philippines were all strong contenders last week with double-digit numbers. We want to thank all of these that made an effort to recruit paid signups last week. This is a brand new week and you have another chance to win a week from now. So this competition is every week. You win 200 grams worth of gold, which may be, in most cases, more than $500 Bitcoin. And as of now, we have full-timers of over 1,077. We will have to have more. Go to your profile and check out your profile and make sure it's properly filled. As long as you have 2 active downline and your 10 button meeting, you are qualified to be a full-timer. And then you'll be recruiting and your recruits will be recognized. It's very, very important. If you have not updated your Crinkle back office profile to be listed in the in the full-timer database, you should do that now so that we can recognize your recruiting efforts for you and your country. So it is necessary, if you are have not updated your profile, to do that so that you become a properly recognized person to take part in the contest. So it is important that we should all now bend down and begin to recruit, because the aim is we should get to our 1 billion members very quickly, so that by the end of this year, we have our 1 billion members. So that is very, very important. It's extremely important. We have to be 1 billion people by the end of this year, so that our economy will be full. Every one of us will be a merchant in one way or the other. As long as you have one skill or the other to exchange for goods and services, for our critical and Tbc coins, you are a merchant. So, and if you are not, Tbc is prepared to teach you and give you the skills to be a real millionaire and a billionaire and carry out the function for which we are all trying to get to a destination now, and that is to eradicate poverty worldwide and create abundance. Thank you, my dear brothers and sisters. Amore et reverare. Love and respect. Bye for now. Bye.